What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. So today we're going to make a Saturday afternoon market update video, kind of go over some ins and outs of coin market cap, review some of the issues with the Lightning Network and Bitcoin, and some perspectives on that. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been liking these videos. That is really important for us in the altcoin community. So thank you to everyone who has been doing that from the Altcoin Buzz Army. And here we are on Twitter. Thank you to everyone who has been following us and keeping up to date, because as we're posing these questions, as you can see, the crypto coinopoly, that's just a fun thing. But as we're posing these things, posting a link to our Telegram, and we're also talking about Vertcoin. Give me your thoughts on Vertcoin. Do you think Vertcoin will reach $5.50 before, or do you think Vertcoin will reach $11 before Litecoin reaches $4.10? So therefore, what's a better investment? Both are similar technologies, and there's even rumors that Vertcoin might be getting ready to outpace. I own a lot of Litecoin. A lot of my equity is tied up in Litecoin, so I'm not flooding Litecoin. No way. I just call it how I see it. When I see a deal, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that 550 can go to 11, probably a little bit quicker than Litecoin to 410, and that's what most of you guys thought, is that Vertcoin will. But hey, all it takes is a little Litecoin run, and next thing you know, it's going past 410 to 510 to 610 to who knows where, right? But I think long run, VTC, Vertcoin has a lot of room to run. So 19% you said, who gives a hoot? Anyway, so this government shutdown so far hasn't had a negative effect on the market. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at the market cap, 633 billion. Let's see where it puts us now. 635 billion. So we're kind of just hovering. We're really just balancing right now. We're not doing too much moving in the market, and that's a good thing, because we need that healthy stabilization that we're seeing right here. So the market stabilizing is a good thing. Obviously, it's not a buying opportunity as much as it was when it was at 425 billion, but it's still, the market is still undervalued off of where it was at 826 billion, $29 billion here on January 8th. So just over a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago, we had an $830 billion market cap sitting at 635. So things are definitely dipped still off of the previous high. How fast it will take us to get to that previous high, we do not know. But this stability that we're seeing right here is pretty good, and it's healthy, and we need that in the market. Now, one of the things I wanted to point out when I was analyzing the market, just as a point of emphasis that I don't think I've touched on, if you compare coins and tokens, for example, you have coins here and tokens. If you don't know what the difference is between a coin and a token is its own source code that functions independent of another code, right? A token is something that's built on an application developer platform like Ethereum, Neo, Lisk. So Ethereum is its own code. Neo is its own code. Dash, its own code. Monero, own code, etc. All right, so if we just go here and we look at coins, right? You can see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash. No ERC20 tokens are in here, right? Because everything is independent of itself. And if we just look at the total market capitalization for all the coins, you can see it's $566 billion. Most of the market cap consists of coins. So most of the largest value is clearly in coins. Now, if we take a look at tokens, most of them are built on the Ethereum blockchain, with some on Omni, well, Tether on Omni, Ardor on NXT, but then you have Gas on Neo, and several other. You have Qtum also starting to make its presence felt. Here's another with Red Pulse on Neo, Deep Brain Chain on Neo. But if you look at the overall market capitalization for tokens, you can see it's $68 billion, right? So that's a big difference, right? Most of the value is in Ripple, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. But even outside of that, those three coins, there's still more money invested in coins like Stellar and Monero and Dash and on down the road than there are in tokens. Cardano, the list goes on. But I'm just pointing that out to show you that coins so far have been the more worthy investment, but granted, Bitcoin and Ethereum make up the majority of that volume even still, right? Because if we look at the coin market capitalization or the Bitcoin dominance, which has been hovering around 34%, which we can anticipate to possibly go back up, considering that there's a futures market that's associated with Bitcoin price. And being that there is, it's important that we note that, okay, what I'm going to lead into, okay? So you can see Bitcoin dominance has been as high as 86% in February 2017. And then it's been as high here recently in December as 62%. And then in June, it was at 39%. So are we getting ready to see Bitcoin run again is the next big question. And if we just take a look at some of those thoughts, well, let's examine this thought, okay? So there's a couple posts on the internet right now in forums where people are talking about the effect of the futures market on the price of Bitcoin. So let me give you a hypothetical scenario. We cannot confirm or deny this is the case, but this is what some people have suggested. When Bitcoin was running the last time, okay? So when Bitcoin started running around this range right here, it was closer to the introduction of the futures market, okay? I don't know the exact date of the futures rollout, but it was around this point right here. So Wall Street tycoons could have potentially, or investors could have been putting money into the market to drive up the price to take out a futures bet against Bitcoin to go down, right? So now that they've had a new, I believe on January 17th, when the market actually started to turn the corner, when we hit the rock bottom, was the next time the futures market contract were available. So now, if this does happen, where they did, so the price, so the sell-off happened, the contracts and everything were correct. Everyone who bet against the price of Bitcoin going down profited. Now they take out a bet, they put their billions back into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin starts to run again. The futures contract, now, so far as I know, this is not illegal. So what they're doing is just basically using their power and their clout to drive the market. And the more you know about it, the more equipped you can be to understand it and make sound investments. Okay, but can you predict them? No. But the more you know about the hypotheticals or the scenarios that could be taking place, the more equipped you will be to making sound investments. So what I'm suggesting is that on January 17th, you'll notice the market kind of corrected. Let's see, January 17th, you'll notice we hit the bottom and now we're going back up again. So will this climb, and will Bitcoin start really pushing forward again? Does that mean that the altcoins, does that mean that the altcoin market will slow down while Bitcoin runs? Well, typically in the past, we've seen that money pulls out of Bitcoin or out of the altcoins and back into Bitcoin. Although at this point, we have no reason to suggest that. But being that the futures contract, the futures bet could be big money put back into Bitcoin price going up, and the futures contract bet being that it will go up. So it's a double down by a whale or a big investment firms or multiple of them that the price of Bitcoin will go up. And so if it does go up and they took out that contract, then they make their money with the money that they made betting against Bitcoin to go down after they sold at all-time highs. So, like I said, I have no reason to believe that is actually, there's any sort of illegal activity going on other than the fact that they're just using their money to manipulate the market. And instead of complaining about it, what we can do is understand how the CME board or the Bitcoin futures are affecting the market, and know that if you're holding, none of this stuff affects you. If you're holding for the long haul, this stuff does not affect you, because you're like, well, if the price of Bitcoin goes up or down, it doesn't matter because I'm in it for the long haul and I bought in at a low rate, right? You bought low, so as it goes up, it doesn't affect you. If you buy high when it goes low, you're going to have anxiety and stress, right? So it's really important that you're buying low. I think Bitcoin is still fairly priced at this, is a fair price at this rate. For those of you who are looking to get into Bitcoin. I mean, it's certainly off an all-time high of, where has Bitcoin been at the highest, right? We've seen Bitcoin price as high as 20,000 at some point. Let's take a look at that. So you can see Bitcoin's been as high as 20,000. So sitting at 13,000 is still a fairly nice value for Bitcoin. And understanding how the futures market may be affecting it and that Bitcoin may be getting ready to run based on that. How high we go, I don't know. But what happens when Bitcoin runs is more and more people, the media starts talking about Bitcoin. More people are like, well, I thought Bitcoin was just crashing. Now it's going back up. Oh my gosh, give me some of this. That's what's going to happen is all these people who are standing on the sidelines that have been thinking about getting into Bitcoin, more people are going to come in. The waves are going to keep coming in. The masses are going to keep coming in. The whole thing is going to keep growing. And what we just experienced in the last correction is what we've been talking about is they had an infrastructure repairs, Binance, Bittrex, Bitfinex, all the exchanges had to do a bunch of repairs, Kraken, and now the infrastructure is stronger to handle the masses. The Bitcoin futures market, understanding that dynamic, understanding all the dynamics at play, can really put you in a position to be wise about how you're going to invest. Also understanding that the coins make up the majority of the market, not necessarily the tokens. I'm not saying don't invest in tokens, but just knowing that one factor right there is really important. Now, if you're looking for new tokens, you can come on here to recently added and you can see what the recently added tokens are. People are talking about this titanium blockchain. I have no idea why, other than the fact that I think they're just following these videos to shill it. But I'm looking for Token Pay to come on here. When Token Pay comes on here, that will be one that I'll be talking about more than likely. That's just the way it is. Some of the things I like to look at is the price here, the amount of 24-hour volume. Obviously, Acute Angle Cloud has a high volume. Some of the stuff that's already been on here, Internet Node Token has a high volume. iOS Token, I'll have to take a look at that. That's a very high volume. I would assume that's just keeps going up. So if you participate in that ICO, you must be sitting real pretty. But so I just wanted to go over these things. Obviously, if you want to know what markets you can get it on, you just click here. If you want to follow them on social media, you get the historical data also. So trending is where you go to get these recently added. I just wanted to go over some of this stuff. You go over global charts, historical snapshots. You can go back in time with that. I'll show you, like, if you wanted to know what the market looked like this time last year, we'll just go right here. And you can see what the market looked like this time last year. Bitcoin was sitting at just under $1,000 per coin. And obviously now it's at $13,000. So you've got some interesting dynamics at play. You can see Ripple sitting just below a penny. Imagine if you got into Ripple at below a penny. Obviously, when it went to $3, you were almost like, whoa, did I just become a millionaire, right? So, same with Litecoin. At $390 now, Litecoin has almost been to $390, right? It's at 240 or 210 right now, something like that. So you can see how some of these coins can roll. Now it's just, what coins do we like? And if I was to start talking about coins, which are separate than tokens, let's talk about some of those coins that I'm keeping an eye on. Groestel coin keeps coming up, Vertcoin keeps coming up, but let's take a look at that list more in detail and find some low cap coins like Ripple and Litecoin that have some potential to grow. So if we just go into here, what are some things like Steam? I definitely have my eye on Steam. Definitely, no doubt about it. Oh, I didn't even pull up. Steam coin right here. KuCoin is an interesting exchange to keep an eye on. Electroneum is an interesting coin to keep an eye on. PivX, a privacy coin, I believe has been undervalued for a while. Redcoin has to do their team needs to be active, but if they're active, they should succeed. You can see Vertcoin has a lower valuation than Potcoin, and that's just not right. Ubic, wow, Ubic is serious. That one caught my attention right there. I like this Rise coin. Groestel coin. I think this one's undervalued. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to make this video. We're going to be rolling out a podcast. I'd like to know in the comments below, what are some things you guys want us to talk about in the podcast? Do you guys want us to talk about more altcoins? Do you want us to talk about more current events, more market updates? Do you want us to debate? We're also going to be inviting some of you guys onto the podcast. that's going to be rolling out here in the next month or so, or more, maybe even quicker than that. In the next week, it could be possible to go live with that podcast. So I'm just giving you guys that kind of update. We're going to be having guest speakers on there, and I just want to know what kind of stuff you guys like to listen to. So if you can drop that in the comments below. Thank you to everyone who's been liking these videos. Like I said, I mean, that means a lot to me. It inspires me to keep making these videos and keep pushing myself for more and more content to get better and better. And that's what I'm asking for you. I mean, I'm not asking for your money. I'm not asking for anything like that. You guys all have free will. And if you guys like tuning into these channels, the thing that motivates me is if you like these videos and stay engaged in the comments, in the Altcoin Army, on our social media if you like. You don't have to do anything. You can just still listen to these for free. It's just if you want to reciprocate. Some of you guys said, hey Jeff, send me your Bitcoin wallet. You made me a lot of money. I want to pay you back. I said, I don't want to get any of that. It doesn't mean that people who do that are bad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying all I'm asking from you guys that I'm asking for, if you want to reciprocate, is like the videos. That's it. Because what that does is it helps us grow our channel, which encourages me to keep making videos. That's just straight up real talk. If you're new here, you can subscribe and also get notified when we drop videos like this. We'll see you guys next time.